Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're live! Welcome to another Saturday night. It is a wonderful episode of MPSP Theater. We got a guest tonight, Ernie, the $1 Million Geek himself. What's up, brother?
It's me. Cool. It's me. It's that MDG, $1 Million Geek.
Nice. I like it. I like it
Very
so
nice. Much. Very nice.
It's funny that you did that because I've been watching a lot of old school New Age Outlaw intros. You know, when they come in and the shit he talks and some of his promos. Man, you know, sometimes I forget how good that guy was. He was really good. And I love
mine is mostly out of DDP, Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
Like, it's me. Well, it's me. It's that
that's
DDP.
True. Yeah, good point. You know what? He was good too, actually. And I almost think Road Dogg stole some of his shit from DDP because it's his.
They all stole from each other, man. Yeah. It was cross pollination.
Self high five. Don't forget to bang,
man.
Dude, I can't believe that they didn't get did they get sued into oblivion for that Nirvana song? I know it wasn't really the Nirvana song for DDP, but it was close as shit.
Oh my god, yes, I remember that too.
Yeah,
no, I don't. It was close. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
they completely stole that shit, dude. They changed it a little bit and said, "All right, it's different." Remember, they did what Vanilla Ice did. No, mine went ding, 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 ding.
Dong, dong.
Yeah, so funny.
Yo.
Oh,
Russell, the love muscle, say hello.
I am here in the house, everybody. Hello, motherfuckers out there.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I've been having a great week when I've been reading about Vince McMahon. And then I've been inside more of the G.I. Joe Classified and the G.I. Joe fan pages and stuff. And I'm just laughing about people bitching about pricing and how expensive stuff's getting in the figure. And I'm just rolling. It's so goddamn hilarious. And the greatest is the Canadians. And so I saw me being me. I go typing in there, move to the United States.
Well, that brings up an interesting point, real quick. Ernie, do you collect anything outside of comics?
Videotapes?
Videotapes?
I got a dozen a bunch of videotapes in the crates, comic books. I had toys. They're out of the box and everything. That's not a collector. What else? I have old school comic book cards.
Nice.
Which had it was Marvel stuff, and the back had a picture where you had to collect them all. Yeah. So I have a binder full of those.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I used to collect them shits too, man. We were on a hangout last night, and Ricky was showing some old Batman trading cards, from the '89 movie and shit.
Yeah.
And I had never seen the ones he had before. He had the white bordered ones.
That's awesome.
I had always seen the yellow ones. It was kind of cool.
That's what I remember. It was the yellow ones. And only with cards, every time I get a pack of those damn things back in the day, it was I always kept getting the same fucking cards, which drive me crazy. the Batmobile, the Batwing. You know, I never got a Vicky Vale. I just wanted to look at her smoking hot ass.
Right.
Never got to see that.
Yeah. There was a rare. I collected a lot of toys. Thundercats, Master of the Universe.
Oh, nice.
The one rare collection of Master of the Universe is Prince Adam. Nobody had it. My freaking stepdad went and got it. He's all here, freaking one picture of me and that toy, and I still have it. I'm like, I'm never gonna delete this. This is mine. This is forever, right there.
Hold on tight, dude. It's I got this. Yeah.
I have proof that I had one.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, I remember. It's funny. I remember the original Masters of the Universe line in the '80s. Prince Adam was a figure I never I just never came across. I don't know if it was in the stores or not. Maybe it was available in the stores. I never saw it in the stores though. Never. It might have been when you had to send out for it. It might have came with something or something like that. I don't remember. They would do stuff like that back in those days. Remember they did with G.I. Joe too. Yeah. Certain figures.
What was your favorite old school Masters figure?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I had He-Man,
Yeah.
Prince Adam, Man at Arms. I had Skeletor, Evelyn, uh, basically all the main characters. And then we
Nice.
started collecting the second series of it. Orko, was that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orko. Yeah, Orko. Or yeah, I remember the original Orko. I couldn't. I never got one either. I never got one. I never got an Orko. I was like, my mom was like, can't find it. You gotta
What
look.
was your favorite one, Russ?
Oh man, I was a Skeletor fan, so
Skeletor?
I still am. Yeah, Skeletor is my favorite character from Master of the Universe. So I'm a Skeletor. Here you go.
Dude,
I got one
like
right here.
I never saw him
Skeletor,
in a
there you
cartoon.
go.
Wow.
Nice, dude. I never saw him in any cartoon until 2000X, and that was Web Store. Dude, that dude was fucking cool looking. That was just such a
Yeah,
great
the spider
design.
dude.
And so he was my favorite one, and I knew nothing about the guy, you know?
I don't. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember that episode. That episode I saw. I remember seeing him in. It might. Yeah, I do. I think he was in the She-Ra. Remember the very first She-Ra movie they did,
Mm,
where they introduced
Yeah.
She-Ra, had Prince Adam go and find her and all that, right? I want to say he was in that when they were on Eternia.
probably.
I think he was in there but I don't remember seeing him much in there. I do remember the figure though. Because
Yeah.
he had the zip line thing you could pull out.
Yep, and the eight
Yeah,
eyes
which
and
is-
shit.
Yeah.
He was cool looking. He definitely was. Ugly motherfucker, but he was cool.
I used to have wrestled the He-Man characters versus the Thundercats character. Winner would get the Master of the Universe sword.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Have-
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh shit, that's my championship belt. I don't care.
Yeah, I was all about crossing up, man. I'd have Duke beating Optimus Prime's ass all the time.
Right?
That's blasphemous.
Hell yeah, man.
Roll out.
Yeah, like F you Prime. Ow, your face
What
is
have I
made
ever
of
done
metal. That
to
hurt.
you, Russell?
Oh.
Very fun, man. Very fun. That's cool shit. I'm glad I'm not the only one that did that shit. I used to think I was the only one that does this dumb shit. I would, crossing stuff
Oh,
up,
dude.
having having like Transformers against Thundercats or my shit like that.
Oh, dude, I used to perpetrate everything like Thundercats, Transformers,
Hell yeah.
GI Joe,
Yeah.
that some big ass Tonka truck thing that was like like industrial grader.
That's
Everything. And Supernaturals. I used to love those stupid things.
What else? Yeah.
cool. That's so awesome, dude. I remember what was those damn figures? They weren't. I think they were made by Tonka as well. And they weren't GoBots, but I think they were introduced in GoBot. Rock Lords is what they're called. Rock Lords, maybe.
Yeah,
They turned into a fucking rock, right?
yeah.
And I would just have
Yeah, I
those
remember.
guys lying around and have my guys pick them up and throw them around and shit. Use those weapons. So stupid.
I used to wrestle buddies, jump on top of my couch.
Oh yeah, man, Wrestle Buddies.
Elbow
Don't
drop.
remember those are great.
Yeah, I think everybody used to love doing the fucking Macho Man elbow drop.
Hell yeah.
Macho
It was
Man
all
elbow
good
drop.
until you like really hit your elbow on the floor and you're like, oh
Yeah, that
motherfucker.
it did hurt. It did hurt. I have.
Oh yeah.
I have.
My mom-
Yeah, I have. It's
My
coming
mom be
back
like-
to me now.
Did you hit your funny bone? It ain't funny.
Put a dent in that fucking laminate floor.
Hell yeah, man. Crush it, man.
Oh.
Like, my daughter
Oh.
went toe to toe with the entertainment center back in the day, head first into it. And you know what? She got big old knot on her head, but my entertainment center had a chunk taken out.
What's
that
up,
bitch. I said,
Vinny?
damn. My daughter came. I think my entertainment center came out worse than she did.
Oh man.
Hard heads, man. Hard heads.
Speaking of furniture, man, I finally nutted up and put together my desk this week.
Nice.
Fucking yeah, got a desk from Target and none of the fucking boards were labeled.
Oh shit.
You just had to guess depending on how many slots were in the fucking boards.
Was it IKEA stuff?
Yeah, basically, but no, it was
Basically
fucking
IKEA.
Target.
Oh,
Yeah,
Target.
it's
That might
just
be
a-
worse than IKEA. Oh
Yeah, it
god.
was just like a $50 cheap ass desk from Target, and man, it stressed me out so much when I opened that box and there were and there were directions, and it had like labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, and none of these fucking boards was labeled.
None of them
Oh,
matched the
shit.
picture. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
what? Does this look like 9-inch? What?
I did pretty good. I did have to take it apart at one point though. There was one piece that like was like there's two square pieces and one's bigger than the other, so you couldn't tell from the diagram which one went where. So, but after I got
Great.
that done, I was all right.
Yeah, there's always hiccups, man. You know, and then you have to go back to the directions that don't help much because the directions are either written terribly or in another language, or you can't understand them. It's like, oh no.
I read Spanish. I still can't understand what it says. Like, what? L what?
I never listen. I don't put none of that shit together. My wife does that shit. I do not do that shit because if I try, I will f it up so bad. I'm the guy that'll like put shit up together upside down and all kinds of crazy shit. And she's the one I'll have to go fix it anyway, so she might as well put it together the first time.
I put together the entertainment center and now my desk this time, and maybe something else.
I think the only thing I've ever done is
I've been doing pretty good.
That's not bad. I think I've done some shelves. That's about all I've gotten done, and that's because they're kind of the easiest thing in the world to do.
The whole reason why Kate started taking over building all the shit was because I put a shelf on the bottom of a bookcase backwards.
See, I did that before too, and next thing I know, it was like, you're not allowed to do this anymore. You suck. You know.
If at first you don't succeed, call the hotline on that thing.
Yeah, right. Hey,
for help, just call us. It was like, well, I should have done that in the first place.
Yeah,
See,
but like my whole mistake could have been fixed with a Sharpie.
Just color that shit in. See, but the other thing, if you're a guy and you call that, I feel like they're being judgmental.
Yeah,
if you're a woman, you
I'll do it. I'll do it first.
Yeah.
Nah, hey, I'm gonna have to call.
Yeah, if you're a woman and you call, they're all like, "Oh, it's okay. We'll help. We'll walk you through it. It's all right." You know, they're all helpful.
We're here for you.
Yeah. A dude calls, they're like, "Oh, you're an idiot, aren't you?" Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Where are your testicles located, sir?
Exactly. Did you take them off and lose them? Huh? I'm like, no, they're on my wife's keychain, dick. There you go.
And I am so not handy at all.
I'm not either. Yeah. It's brutal, dude. I'm terrible. Like, I try, man, sometimes, and I'm amazed I got this lawnmower that I put together earlier today. If it wasn't for the fact that it was pretty much already together, I just had to tighten some stuff up, and that shit wouldn't happen, dude. This is not. I would have been like, Anna, wait for Anna to get back. She can be doing this.
When I put shit together, it's like the Wish version of the original product. It's like, what? it almost looks like it.
That's awesome. It's like, look,
hey,
it's
look,
close.
I bought a desk, but it looks like a dragon, and dragons are way cooler than desks anyway.
Absolutely. I look at that as a win. Yeah. All right.
As a matter of fact, honey, let's go out and get some brackets and hang up our new dragon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's like, I'm completely in, buddy.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
it's like, how could you not appreciate a dragon? It's supposed to be a shelf. They're overrated. It's okay.
So, do we want to start talking about Vince McMahon?
We got so much pro wrestling shit to cover. It's insane. Do you want to start with Vince first? I mean,
do we want to start with Vince? Do we want to start with Jeff Hardy? What do we want to start with?
Jeff Hardy. I mean, we can start with Sasha Banks. We can start with
Sasha.
I just found out about Sasha, so I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to include that. Fuck it, I don't care. I'll include it next time. Oh yeah, by the way, last week Sasha Banks got released. Huh? All right.
Yeah. Okay, but what's funny about her is I first heard it was the first time I read that it was being reported was I believe it was Wednesday. The first time I saw it. It was Wednesday night actually. The first time I saw it, and it might have come out sometime before then. That's the first time I read somebody reporting that she'd been released. But then she was still like, the WWE wasn't putting on anything yet.
Yeah.
And other people, and then there was other people saying that, well, nothing's been like actually, collaborated. Nothing. They haven't said anything. So okay, so then go to Thursday. Then you get more stories about it, and then around this time also the other stuff's coming out, right? So we got all this shit going on at the same time, right? And I guess yesterday is when I read it and it looks like it's officially she's going to be done, right? And I still don't know if the WWE has actually confirmed it yet or not. I don't know if they have or not. They may have by now, but now they're being accused of doing this bullshit with Sasha Banks to try to get attention away from the Vince McMahon drama. So
nope, not working.
Can't win for losing.
Yeah, right. I laughed when I read that. I was like,
no, we're all in this together, buddy.
Yeah, spectacular failure if that was the case, because ain't nobody gonna let that shit off the hook, But apparently she's done. She had her lawyers. She has her own lawyers, I guess, working on some trying to get out of the contract or whatever, and I guess they're gonna be done with her. And everyone thoroughly expects her to be in AEW because that's all they do is hire ex WWE wrestlers.
But does she really want to go to a company where an employee over there said that he raped her?
I'm not sure. It's interesting.
Who was that?
Sammy Guevara.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Like,
so
first time he met her, he said that he wanted to rape her, and then he got in trouble for it. Got suspended for like a few months. Came back, everybody forgot about it. He apologized, but at the same time, would she want to be there?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's kind of creepy, and Sammy Guevara is a creepy guy anyway. So this guy, he's got a creepy. He's just got a creepy little, ooh, I want to touch your boobies kind of vibe going on with him. And they got him with that what's her name? What's the chickie?
Tay Conti.
Ty Conti.
So do you think she's just gonna go like straight into acting?
She's working well on Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like I don't see why.
Yeah, but I heard that she wasn't going to be back for this following season of Mandalorian. So I don't maybe they'll use her character in some other show because they got the Ahsoka show coming out, all those things. So
she has her people. She has Snoop Dogg. Maybe she'll do some singing. Maybe she'll do some rapping. Maybe she'll go to Impact. They have a good that's over there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Impact would be interesting. See, I kind of think that AEW could use her more because I think AEW's women's division is just shit, with the exception of a few. But Impact's got some good wrestlers, man. Especially the females, they're really good. So I don't know, man. Who knows what she's gonna do? I always think sometimes when these pro wrestlers get bit by the Hollywood bug, they just want to get the fuck out of pro wrestling. I mean, who wants to do a job where you basically get thrown around every goddamn night and you're constantly getting hurt and bruised up? And when you go to an acting gig that's nowhere near as physical and you can just, I don't know. It's possible that she's going to be doing more of that stuff, which I don't blame her. I would too. Shit, why not? Call John Cena up. What did you do, John Cena? Oh yeah,
I did this a lot.
Yeah,
I did this.
They did that whole video. Thank you, John Cena.
I just
don't know. Telling us to get out now.
Yeah, she's I noticed she's. I mean, as far as if she decides to stay in pro wrestling, though, she might be one of the the WWE hasn't let go of too many. I mean, Moxley, right? I guess you could say that was the biggest name, but but they didn't let him go. He just left after his contract was up. He was just done. He didn't resign a new deal. She would probably be the biggest star so far that they've actually released, other than when they released the Fiend, right? Yeah, he would probably be the biggest star. So that they actually released.
Or do what every other girl from that left is doing now. Yeah. OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to see a little Tony Storm. Let me tell you.
Take my money. Take my money now.
I wanted to give her a quarter so bad. I really did. If I give you a quarter, will you tap your nipple once? Well, no, all right,
Jesus Christ, bro.
She's dude.
That's a pop
Where's
right
my
there.
shit?
It's a beautiful woman, dude. I've been a big fan. Run the scroll.
Huge fan. Huge. 10.
Yeah, she's absolutely, and she's shit. They just put her over too and had her beat Britt Baker the other night. So I'm like, yeah, man, they're pushing her up, man. Maybe she's gonna take off Thunder Rosa and beat her for the title. All right.
Yeah.
Imagine her bringing
Man.
the title on the OnlyFans. She's gonna be wearing nothing but the Tan Championship. But like, all right. That's
Like,
great.
do you think like this is a coup against Vince McMahon and the McMahon family?
All right. This is interesting. What do you think? I'll let you go
Like,
first.
Is it all right? Tinfoil hat on right now,
Oh
right?
boy.
Okay. All right.
Nick Khan was brought in to make the WWE a saleable project, right?
Right. Okay.
So the biggest rumbling that people have heard is Disney,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disney is a fun and family, company.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be easier to sell the WWE to Disney if Vince McMahon and his brood weren't involved?
Interesting.
So that would make Stephanie McMahon a Disney princess.
Amazing.
Doing a Vashon.
I'd buy her
Oh,
figure.
Fabulous Moolah.
Bertha Faye.
Santina.
May Young.
Orlando Jordan.
Oh my God. No.
That's the second time we've been on a show and I got a Orlando Jordan reference.
Good God.
But like,
I don't know. It's funny when you're saying that, but I mean, you could be right beyond to something, but then, I mean, they didn't make Vince, bang a paralegal. I mean,
no, but he's been known to be banging the help for years.
Well, then another thing that came out this week about him is that him and Linda McMahon have kind of been like they're married still, but they're not together. Like
So they haven't been together. Yeah, they haven't been together in
years.
decades.
Yeah.
Years. I believe
So it's kind of like, okay. Oh yeah. That's why I think I heard it was pretty.
she's
pretty
just
long
there
time.
for image.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
She was running for office, and I mean, hey.
With Trump.
Yeah.
Trump administration.
Yeah. That's right. Didn't she serve in Trump's administration for a short time? I thought she did.
She did.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Business
best friends, so it makes
administration or
sense.
something.
There was that group
That's why
family picture.
Yeah. That's why I was telling my friend, like one of the guys I work with, he's like, well, like, do you really think Vince McMahon would risk doing it and getting gun? I'm like, dude, he's friends with Trump. Guys like that, they don't give a shit.
Dude, but seriously, like he's been known to be banging the help for years.
Of course he has. It's his
And
rep.
so,
Of course it is.
and so, like, just now they're a $3 million payment.
No. That's the other thing. No. They believe there have been more, plenty more payoffs. This is just the only one that they have been tipped off to that they know of. But plus, the big sting with her is she was making $100,000 a year. Okay.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, while she was still working for the WWE, her salary got doubled all of a sudden out of nowhere. Coincidentally, it was probably around the time that she threatened to go public with the, her little sexcapades.
I think that's called a quality of life bonus.
He's like,
Gotta keep my paralegal above the poverty line.
Wow.
He's like, she sure does break a good sweat. worth another $100,000.
Oh God.
No, I think that he's I think he got clumsy. That's what I think happened. He's gotten clumsy
Yeah.
with his covering his shit up. He used to be good. I think he was better at it. Now he's older. I don't even think he gives a fuck anymore. That's why he's losing it.
I think it's like a Shakespearean tragedy where like he's like fired all his close people, so that everybody that's around him is an outsider now.
Kind of, because he has everybody. It was. You're right, and
Yeah.
hell, even his own family doesn't want to be around his ass anymore.
I mean, the only old standbys he's got right now are Kevin Dunn and fucking Bruce Pritchard, and Kevin Dunn is in trouble too.
No,
yeah.
no, he's not.
Oh,
That's
he's
already. No, he's not. He's not. He's not part of it. He
Oh,
wasn't
he's
part of
not.
that. That's been
Because
debunked.
Oh, okay.
Well, and then of course he's got Mr. Bella. He's got his old school boy. He apparently was tearing the same intern up.
I'm feeling down, Johnny.
Oh,
go
my God.
get your skateboard.
Indeed.
Yes, boss. I'll be right back. People power. People power.
Oh my God! And just think, I love that damn tag team, the dynamic dudes.
No matter what you say, I was over in Japan.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. People power.
Probably because the people in Japan, they just was hoping he'd fall on his fucking head. That's all they're for.
They don't care. They're just
No.
like, ooh, okay, yeah. We're not clapping for anything else. Ooh, American stupid guy, yeah. Blue eyes, oh, okay.
He had blue eyes. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're right about him not having too many people that came up with him over the years. He doesn't have too many of them around him at all, really. It's that company has changed, has been restructured in a lot of ways. Like most of the board that's there, like they weren't around for a long time ago. He doesn't have too many of these guys.
Pat Patterson's gone, baby.
I'll be itching shit, dude.
So is Dave Hebner.
Yeah, that's right, man. That was
baby Dave died.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
That was when I did your show. We talked about that, man. The fucking Andre angle.
That was so cool back in the day. That was so funny. All of a sudden, it was like, there's two of them.
Yeah.
Pella Magic. Twin Magic.
Yeah, right.
The original
Twin
one.
Magic.
That was wasn't that when Andre won the belt?
Yeah, he sold
And
it
then
to the $1 million man.
he basically gave it to sold it. Yeah, because the $1 million man paid him for it. Here you go.
The only WWE
This will
championship
pay for one
he
night
ever
of
had.
drinking.
Andre's like, I don't want that piece of shit title. Get out of here. You take that.
I wipe my butt with this. Oh,
No, boss.
But it sucked when I heard that he had passed away. I was like, well, fuck, man, because
No.
that was one of the more funnier angles they had back in the day. you know?
Funnier, it had my little ass crying.
Well, I don't know. I hated Hulk Hogan. You gotta understand. So
I was a Hulkamaniac.
I was eating my vitamins and saying my prayers
Oh,
every
yeah.
night.
no,
Man.
I
was one of those little
And I didn't even switch over to Warrior.
never,
no. Well,
Wow.
I liked Warrior before he became the champion.
never.
So when he beat Hulk Hogan, I was like, I loved it. It's just, but it wasn't until
really a
later
Macho
on I
Man shirt.
started.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't until a little bit later on I started realizing that the Ultimate Warrior really does like 3 moves in the ring. It just kind of hit me. This dude really can't wrestle. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, even Hulk Hogan, say what you want about him, he had at least 5 or 6. You know,
Right?
so-
The 5 Boots of Doom.
right?
Warrior had the push-up press, the
Right.
slam, and the splash, and
That's
then
it.
feel that
Clothesline.
rocket ship. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, a little
In
bit
the
later on,
in the clothesline.
right,
And
the
the clothesline.
clotheslines, right. Which everyone has a clothesline. That's everyone's stable move. Right? I think somebody later on taught him how to do a suplex, and it was like the whole world opened up for him. It's like, wow, good move.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan carried that match against him. I don't care.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
he did. I hated Hogan, and I even have to say that he definitely did.
Oh, man.
Nah, it was
but like Kevin Nash is my favorite, and he gets killed by Cornette and everybody for having only like 6 moves.
Well, I will tell you, I do think okay, it's different nowadays. Bigger wrestlers nowadays, I feel like they don't suck. Stop it. Anyway, my wife, bigger wrestlers, they suck. I think the bigger guys, they're more athletic nowadays too, and they're more open. They're going to be doing more shit, right? But back in the day, man, when you were a big dude, you weren't expected to do many things. I mean, come on, you want to be big. You're just gigantic, you know.
Limited move, boot to the face, elbow, power bomb.
Snake eyes.
Yeah, Snake Eyes. Got Big John. Remember Big John Stud? I mean, Jesus Christ, he didn't do very much. You know?
What's almost got 3 moves?
Yeah.
John Gonzalez.
I always keep looking for him to learn a new move every week. Like, what's he gonna add to the repertoire this week? Oh, look, he punched a guy. All right.
You got to count each different punch as a move. Jab.
Yeah, right.
Overhook, right.
It's the only way he has any kind of arsenal. You have to.
Wow.
Oh, speaking of almost, did y'all hear about MVP and Jericho?
What happened with that? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, Jericho and MVP got into it at an airport.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I heard
guess
MVP and Jericho got into it at a hotel.
I heard it was an airport because Jericho got on the escalator and said, "I don't fight jobbers."
Ballin'.
Fucking Jericho is awesome. That's so funny.
I could hear him saying that too.
Oh man.
I've come to a conclusion in my life. I think that Chris Jericho is the greatest professional wrestler of all time.
He is.
Well,
I've heard
he's up there.
Somebody had to take that he was better than Ric Flair.
Yeah.
If
you've seen one fucking Ric Flair match, you've seen them all.
Yeah, if you've seen a Jericho match.
This is where he shines. Over the years, this guy has been able to do something that the only one I've seen reinvent himself like this is The Undertaker, where he's pulled something, changed himself slightly just to make himself a little fresher. You know, Jericho has done it as well.
Dude.
He is amazing. Yeah. He's incredible. You can't take anything from him, man. The guy knows how to keep himself fresh, relevant. He's great on the mic. God damn, he might be the best I've ever heard on the mic. I mean, and I know you got The Rock, you got all these other guys, and they can get a great pop and talk a lot of shit. Jericho will hit a motherfucker hard. He'll bring reality into it too, and it's like, wow, is he really talking shit to this guy? You don't like Jericho makes you think he really hates that dude in the ring for real. You know? It's amazing.
Like his interaction with Eddie Kingston's like, oh shit, is this real?
Oh
like,
yeah,
fighting
absolutely.
Or just, like beefing and shit.
Yeah, and I like Eddie Kingston as well, but when he's up against Jericho, it's like, dude, you're just out of your league. You know, it's so funny watching them, especially when they're talking to each other. Oh man, it's great. Oh,
that's the thing.
I love it, dude.
You were talking about like Jericho being able to, you know, continuously come back and do this over and over again.
Yeah.
He's had like more gimmicks than anyone.
But look, it's not even about changing his entire gimmick though. He's always Chris Jericho. He just comes up with something fresh and new, and he'll
every single time.
Like remember the list?
The list.
Yeah.
I would argue that was one of the greatest things in WWE ever.
It still is. My favorite was the betrayal of Kevin Owens. It's like,
yes.
Why does this have my name on there? And I'm just like, no, why would you do that?
It is wonderful. It's wonderful. He just every time you think, okay, that's all he's got. Okay, and then all of a sudden he's got something new. You know, he's doing, and I don't know.
You know what happens when someone does that? You know what happens? You know, Chins McMahon. You know what happens? They get put on the list.
I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
Like, and then I got into it with another friend of mine who was telling me that he was like, well, because we were talking about how Jericho has had a couple of pretty. He had one stable, the Inner Circle, that got dissolved and broken up, which is why you got. And then he's got this new stable, right? The Jericho Appreciation Society, which is fucking brilliant, by the way.
Full of sports entertainers, which I love.
Right.
Like fuck these wrestlers.
And my friend was like, well, has Jericho just reached that point in his career where he has to have a stable because he can't carry it on his own? I'm like, no, you don't understand. I said, they put these guys with him so he can help them. They're not helping him.
That's right. And that's what I wanted to say, like, about the Inner Circle was like, everybody that was in the Inner Circle was in a better position afterwards.
Or anybody that was feuding with the Inner Circle. Look at FTR now. Look at MJF.
Yes.
Look at Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, all of them.
Yep.
All of them came out better known, I would say. Like, their names are remembered now. Like, I mean, I knew who the fuck Eddie Kingston was before he was in the. Come on, I didn't know who he was. Sammy Guevara, same thing. I didn't pay no attention to him. Him being in the Inner Circle is what got me to like even interested in him, and then paying attention to him. Now I love those motherfuckers, but but it's like they. Yeah, I don't know, man. He brings a spotlight to these younger guys that have. And he's been in the business.
That's what a stable is supposed to do. A stable is supposed to get everybody in it over.
Yeah,
it should. If it works properly, it should. Sometimes stables tend to. There are times when stables to get one guy over, and not everyone's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Who would that be?
NWO. Anyway.
Hey,
which version?
That's true. There have been a lot of versions of it, but I always felt like the NWO was all about Hollywood. That's it.
B Squad.
Yeah. That was the best of the NWO. I like the B Squad. Remember they did this thing where they were picking up.
Oh shit! What's up, Jose?
Hey Jose, what's up, bud? They picked up the guys. Guys showed up and they got the A Squad guys. They had the B Squad guys, and they're getting a ride from the airport, getting off the private plane. They get into the nice car, and the B Squad guys go, "Hey, what about us?" I go, "You call yourselves a cab?"
Steve Norton, who was it? Steve Norton, Stevie Ray, Scott Norton, Vincent,
yeah,
Virgil.
Oh, it was so good, dude. Oh my god, it was funny as shit, man.
Dude, I didn't get the whole Vincent Virgil thing until I saw it on a shoot recently. That when they had Virgil be the $1 Billion Man's bodyguard, Virgil is Dusty Rhodes' real name. So they were digging it, trying to make it dig at Dusty Rhodes.
All right.
So then when he went to the fucking NWO, his name was Vincent.
I didn't want to do digging on that, right?
What?
Womp womp.
That's so funny.
Wow.
Dude. Oh my god. They are
man.
But back to Jericho for a second. He's the guy who I think is he's the standard now to me in pro wrestling. He's the guy that's like he knows because he does everything well. He's still performing well in the ring. Glad he lost the weight. He got a little chunky for a while there, and I was like, "Dude, you're looking like me now. Don't do that." You can't.
No,
dude, I try to do a line.
There was a reason he did that. I believe it was like 2 years ago that he was like that. He had said that he didn't want anybody cheering for him. He wanted to be the grotesque as ever because he wanted to do old school. Back in AAA, all the faces were slim and athletic and everything.
Right.
All the heels were big and fat and all that stuff. So he wanted to be that kind of heel, wanted to be a throwback. So when he came to AEW, hey, bubbly, all that stuff, he was a big guy. So like once he started getting cheered, it's like, all right, I'm gonna lose the weight, I'm gonna trim down, I'm gonna slow, all that stuff. So that I was like, oh shit, I respect that. Hell yeah.
That's wild. I didn't. So there was he did it intentionally. That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
I thought he was just on the road touring with his band, smoking and drinking and eating and shit. You're getting the munchies.
Well, yeah, he did that, but at the same time, like, he's dedicated for it. I was like, the more you know.
The more you
Dude,
know. That's cool.
Is Judas the best entrance theme of all time?
Of course it is.
Well, it's
Like,
when
I
you
still sing it, like
when
with
you
no
have the-
crowd. Mute it.
Yeah.
when you have the crowd singing to you, though. I mean, it's kind of fun, you know. It's
What have I become?
I always find it. I think it's cool when a wrestler comes to the ring to a theme song that they're singing, which like Shawn Michaels when he did his version of "Sexy Boy." You know, it's like he's singing about himself, and he's coming to the ring to that. You know, he's like,
Yeah. I'm just a sexy boy.
yeah, Jericho, and Jericho goes out. I mean, I know he's he's going major heel again now, I guess, and he's like, you can't, cut the music. You're not worthy to sing my. Which I thought was funny when he did that too.
It was funny. Like, oh shit, here we go again.
So
Yeah,
do you guys listen to any wrestling podcasts?
I do Busted Open.
Yeah.
For the most part, that's about the only
Under
one
the
I listen to
Apron?
anymore.
Yeah.
Besides my own? No. No. Wrestling with
No. Hmm.
Freddie Prinze Jr. podcast, but that's just like informative old stuff that he does. I tried to listen to some new podcasts recently, but it was like, if I even listen to that, like, all right, they're gonna like change my mind about this. So if I hear it, it's like, all right, let me hear it. Let me see what happens. And it did. I was like, oh shit, no way, that's cool. One of them was the Chris Jericho thing that I just mentioned, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
I can't wait. Nash is going to be doing a podcast.
Foley has a podcast.
Foley has one. I listened to Foley's. It was all right. I actually really dug Steven Regal's.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Road Dogg? Is he doing one too? I thought I saw he was.
I think his is
like
coming.
all you didn't know was going to
Yeah, him and Billy Gunn.
Yeah, which is really funny because I was like, oh boy, how clever. By the way, I gotta tell you guys a good story. So
I was listening to X-Pac's podcast a while back.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about X-Pac does one. Yeah, I forgot he does one. Okay.
Oh. His was decent.
I bet he's got some good stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially now that he's sober and hopefully he can remember everything. Yeah, so that's crazy.
Dude, that was one of the deepest wrestling shoots I ever saw. Was when it was Nash and Waltman, and they were Nash was drunk on wine. Waltman was fucked up on something. He wasn't like fucked up bad. It was like he'd smoked some weed or something, you know.
Yeah.
And they talked about like how they got X-Pac into treatment and shit because he had hung himself and they found him. And
scary as shit, dude.
Fucking crazy ass shit, man.
It's very frightening.
And that's the reason why I'm excited, besides him being my favorite wrestler for the Nash podcast, is because he tells everything. Like, that dude does not hold back.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's what you want out of it. You want to get their experiences, the stories, you know. And a lot of those guys have been in the business for been involved with the business for a long time, so they know, especially, and like they got involved in the business back in the day, and they were in it up to the more modern times, so they can kind of talk about the changes that they've, and shit like that. And that's the kind of stuff I like. If like somebody like I don't know, like if some newbie wrestler started doing a podcast, I wouldn't give a shit. Like, you just started wrestling 5 minutes ago. I don't care about you.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, if somebody, I think for gimmick wise, if they went and they had Austin Theory do like a 20-minute podcast after every Raw, I think that would get over.
Okay, that would be funny for a gimmick. I could see that, you know, and it could be funny if he actually made it like a legit where he tells some good shit, you know, something like that. But,
yeah, pretty much.
But we saw
I'm thinking like ripping off Draymond Green.
Yeah. awesome, dude. Boston Fury is so good.
Hire me, WWE.
We saw the Rock and Roll Express, not this past weekend, but the weekend we were up in West Virginia. So, okay. Robert Gibson, you can kind of identify as Robert Gibson. Okay, you can still see his face. Tell it's older. He ain't got no hair on top of his head. Hardly.
Wait, which one's that one? Which one's that one?
He was not the blonde.
Okay,
Ricky Morton was the
the
blonde.
guy with the eye thing.
Wacky eye.
Right, wacky. You could tell him though.
Side story. He came to my job once.
Oh no shit!
At a buffet, I was fucking following him the entire time. I was like, "Hi, sir. How you doing, sir?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, how you doing?"
That's cool, dude. That's cool, man.
Like, I'm just like texting, telling everybody, and they're all young. They don't know shit. So I'm like, "Hey, that guy from the Rock and Roll Express. What? Who? What's that? Wrestling? Oh, fuck it. Never mind. Forget it." Only one guy knew, and he was serving him, and I'm like, "He's really cool, huh?" Like, yeah. That's it. So like, I told the waiter, like the waitress, like, "Hey, let me serve him real quick." It's like, "Okay, here you go, sir. Anything else I can do for you? Let me know. I'm such a huge fan." All right, cool. Yeah. I had to walk over. So like, no, you can't be near him anymore. It's like, oh.
I was like, you're creeping him out. He told us, keep that guy away from me. Anyway,
I'm fanboying over here. It's like, dude, you're one of the best freaking top tag teams of all time.
Wrestlers,
Nobody else knows you're around here except for me, buddy.
So I'm watching. I see Robert Gibson over there, right? And I'm like, okay. And I see this real fat dude going next to him, and he's got blonde hair. Now, my wife was a huge fan of these guys back in the day. I was a Midnight Express guy, so I fucking hated the Rock and Roll Express. I always wanted to see what their asses kicked, right? But so I bump and I give her a love. I'm like, hey. She's like, what? I go, look, there's your tag team. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look, it's a Rock and Roll Express. So she turns around and she goes, that's not them. I was like, yeah, it is. Look, and there's a big sign, Rock and Roll Express, behind them and everything. Right? She's go say hi. She's like, they're like. I'm like, you can say it. Go ahead. Come on, get it out. She goes, oh my God, they're old.
Because they are. But still.
I said, dude, they're geezers. I was like, but just you can still go say hi. I said, maybe
Ricky
he'll remember
Morton
you.
was involved. Ricky Morton was involved in one of the worst shoot fights I've ever seen.
Which one?
Him and Kevin Nash in Detroit.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Nash popped him. Morton goes down legitimately, and Nash walks out the ring, and they count Nash out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's on YouTube. Because they had a thing for years for like Ricky Morton always said he killed the business. Nash killed the business.
I've heard that.
It was Nash's fault that WCW went under.
Well, I don't know if it was all Nash's fault. There are plenty of other wrestlers that had those guaranteed contracts too. So
yeah,
the old school guys will always blame the new school guys. Basically.
Of course they will. Yeah, that's true.
If you ever listen to the Nash shoots, they're really interesting because when he talks about like shit like the finger poke of doom and like what was behind that. And like why it was done, you kind of understand that they were fucking in a corner with nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to put the belt back on Goldberg. They were setting Goldberg up for another run through the entire NWO again, right?
Of course.
You know, set the whole thing back up, you know, and the last one be Hogan. So Goldberg decides instead of using the baseball bat that he's supposed to use on the limousine, decides to be He-Man tough guy and puts his fucking form through the fucking limousine and fucking rips himself from, you know.
Yeah, he was gashed really bad. Yeah.
So he's going to be out for like 6 months or something. So when he's supposed to be your next champion, you have to pivot and completely change everything.
Yeah, it's silly though.
Yeah.
Fucking Goldberg, dude. opinions.
Now the
Very
one thing the one that always gets me that I completely am in Goldberg's corner for is the Bret Hart shit.
Okay.
Was he supposed to put Bret Hart over or something? And
No, he supposedly ended Bret Hart's career with a kick.
but I thought Bret Hart had like didn't he have a stroke
Yeah.
After.
after? Well, okay, but I mean, did they say that usually a stroke is caused from a clot in the brain? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible you could get hit in the head and get a clot in your brain. I guess.
Well, he said it was because of a concussion.
Yeah.
But that can. But
Which I mean, you can't blame Goldberg for giving him a concussion.
He had making concussions.
They're wrestlers,
before.
you know.
Yeah. They all had concussions. Look at Chris Benoit. I mean, he was a fucking mush brain. Jesus Christ. I mean, and unfortunately, it led to some horrible.
Oh, and
shit,
Ernie, if you
you
disagree, please say so, man. We're free speech here, bro.
I love it. No. In fact, I hope you do disagree. I'm waiting to see. Gotta get it, man. But I mean, I just think they trying to pick one moment in a wrestler's one thing that happened to a pro wrestler and go that ended his career. You're like, but all the other concussions you had, 50 million of them beforehand, didn't
exactly.
Get out of here. Silly.
Like anything for Bret Hart to whine about.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. I do kind of feel like that's what Bret Hart spent the years after his wrestling career was over.
Like I still say the Montreal school job was a work.
Oh yeah.
We all went through that.
Yeah, it's so funny because like motherfuckers will swear that it wasn't a work, right? But you're like,
yeah.
But then I just kind of like, okay, if it wasn't a work, then how the fuck? I don't know. There's a certain way people behave to it and react to it. Sometimes like they're strange, like they're trying to act appalled. You know, like they're trying to act like they're trying to make it seem like it was real, and you're like, I don't know how convincing you are, you know. Yeah, I remember some of the video recording of Sean. Did you have anything to do with it? No, man, I had nothing to do with it. Like Shawn Michaels a terrible liar, dude.
But like, I always thought that Bret Hart had the charisma of a wet dog.
Well,
he could talk. It just
let
it out, man. Let it out.
He was.
I mean,
and somebody brought this up that they it was scripted in WWE. Once he got to WCW, what happened?
Yeah,
where's that Bret Hart that we saw from back then? Like he needed the help, and WWE helped him. He gets to WCW, and where is he now? He's not main eventing.
No,
that
he was
one time with the championship belt. That's about it.
But, after that, he ended up becoming like mid card hell. I mean, he was sort of like a mid card guy after that. He wasn't, there was no
join the NWO. Like what, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, it was funny around that time. It's like if you didn't have at least one run with the NWO at one point, you weren't.
The only match I remember him doing in WCW was against Chris Benoit after he came back from the Owen Hart incident.
Yeah,
that's it. Like there's no way to recall any of Bret Hart's matches because like I didn't really care about him. I cared about him more in WWE because he was best at it over there. Over here, it's like now you're going up against other people that are best. The younger people, basically.
He kind of got lost in WCW. I feel like you're right. He got lost there. I don't think there was, I don't know. It was, hey we want to sign Bret Hart. Bring Bret Hart in, and they bring Bret Hart in, and it's like, okay, we got so much talent. What are we gonna do with this guy? And I don't know.
He couldn't swim.
He couldn't exactly. He couldn't say his original catchphrases because they're over there.
Yeah.
So over here is all like, I'm the best. Yeah. So is this guy. So is Hulk Hogan. So is Chris Jericho. Right. So are the younger people. Not anymore, dude. We can't. Yeah. No.
It's true. That's true. It's kind of a sad story because when he went to WCW, I kind of feel like he was at the pinnacle. Like when he left WWF, he was like he was up there, man. He was good. He had it going on. And he gets to WCW, and it's like it went all away. It's gone. There was no time for that. It's like they before you know it, I got to a point where I didn't even remember if he was still signed to WCW. I was like, I don't see him hardly anymore. I don't. Or if you do see him, you blink, you'll miss the segment. I was like, where was Bret Hart at? Oh, I missed him. Shit.
I can honestly say I've only ever enjoyed one Bret Hart match, and that
Which
was
one?
Bret versus Owen.
Bret versus Owen.
Yeah.
I have a couple. Bret versus 1, 2, 3 Kid. Bret was Bret the Perfect. Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
I was a bigger fan of him when he was tagging with Neidhart, and they were the Hart Foundation, with Jimmy Hart and shit. That's when I liked Bret Hart a lot. Once he was kind of a singles guy, I didn't give a fuck about him anymore. I just didn't like him as a singles guy.
But see, like out of that whole like tag team shit, like I liked tag teams a lot better than the Hart Foundation. Like,
no, I'm sure.
I was like, the Hart Foundation was always like way down the list.
Oh, okay.
If at all on there, because I liked the fucking British Bulldogs. I liked the fucking Dream Team. The Dream Team was my shit. Fucking Beefcake and Valentine.
Yeah. See, I hated the British Bulldogs, and I did like the Dream Team. They were good.
I like the Rockers.
The Rockers, Demolition.
I was
my favorite tag team of all time. My favorite tag team of all time is Powers of Pain.
Yeah, there you go.
Powers of Pain were okay. I liked them all right. That was what Barbarian and who was the other guy?
Warlord.
Warlord, Barbarian. Yeah. I wasn't really I wasn't a huge Demolition guy. I thought they just looked like
the Road Warriors.
Well, yeah, but kind of the Road Warriors. But I thought they were like a Mad Max movie kind of thing, more. And I guess the Road Warriors looked like that too. But it was the Mother Mask too. I don't know. I remember seeing when I was a kid. I saw porn where a guy was wearing a mask. I was like, Demolition.
Ralphie came in strong with the Road Warriors.
Oh, what a rush!
They were.
Tell 'em, Hawk.
Well,
what burned my ass about them too is later on when they were in the WWE, I felt like there was a point where Vince just kind of started using them as fodder for other tag teams. It was making me so angry. I'm like, you're disrespecting these guys. You can't have them lose to these guys. Come on.
Didn't Hawk show up fucked up to SummerSlam?
SummerSlam 93 or 92.
92.
Yeah. Wembley.
No. He definitely had a drinking problem. I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. They toward the end.
Dude,
of
I even like the Natural Disasters more than the Hart Foundation.
Oh God.
No, I hated the Natural Disasters. I was just like, hey,
fucking Earthquake and Typhoon, hell yeah.
Yeah, they just put two fat guys together, dude. Wasn't that great? I mean, I wasn't a fan, man.
They were my people.
Earthquake in the blue or Earthquake when he got the new singlet, the white and red.
White, red, and black.
White, red, and black. Because
hell yeah.
Generic Earthquake looked horrible. I'm like,
and then they had, dude, their theme was fucking dope.
I don't know, man.
Every
time I saw Typhoon, all I remember was Tugboat. That's all I remember. I don't remember anything. Trying to repackage him as Typhoon. What trash.
So just think about it, man. He went from Tugboat to Typhoon to the fucking Shockmaster.
Shockmaster was great because all I'm thinking is fingers and butts. It's like, oh yeah, finger butt guy. But in Earthquake, when I remember watching Earthquake wrestle, I was like,
how did they not get sued by freaking?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That fucking glitter ass stormtrooper helmet.
All I kept thinking about Earthquake was that dude was one hot dog away from dying. That's all I kept thinking.
Yo, he was a legitimate tough guy.
I don't know, man.
Sumo wrestling.
He was a sumo wrestler, and they said like he was one of those dudes in the locker room you did not want to fuck with.
It reminded you it was the other tag team I'm remembering, the Hillbilly Jim and his tag team partner. What's that dude's name?
Uncle Elmer.
Whatever. Yeah. I was like, oh my god!
Don't go messing with a country boy, country boy. Yeah.
I was like, so. No, my favorite tag team back in the day was the Nasty Boys.
I hated
love
the Nasty Boys.
I love
God,
the
I
Nasty
hated
Boys.
them.
They're fucking awesome.
Ah.
Oh, I loved it. The armpit thing was great. Everything was good.
They're the reason I put my brother's head in between my pits.
Sure, absolutely. It was like,
Like, you know what? Shut up.
Well, I need to do that to my. I need to do that to my son soon. To assert dominance.
That's the way to do it. So come here. You think you're a tough guy? Come here.
Yo, I think Russ. I think he's like 6'3" now.
Boy, I knew he was gonna take after Kate. I knew he was. I knew he was gonna get tall. I knew he was.
Ernie, my boy is 14.
Yeah.
I knew he was
Because
gonna
I
get tall.
met you when you had the kid. Like,
Yeah.
damn, dude. How's that snake?
Huh?
How's that snake, by the way?
Yeah. That motherfucker.
Oh, good times.
Oh man.
You actually like the Rockers more than the fucking Heart Foundation, really?
Yeah, I couldn't stand either one of them.
Fucking Rockers. God. Shawn Michaels was only, and then you had Marty Jannetty, and it was like, who the fuck is that guy?
Who was it?
Yeah, I know they didn't really have a gimmick. Actually, that's not true. They kind of did have a gimmick. They were just two bad cheating motherfuckers. That's what they were. I mean,
Danny Davis.
Yeah,
dangerous Danny Davis. That was fun. Remember, you used to remind me how big he was. Like when he wore those when he wore the tight, they put him in tighter shirts to make him look bigger. But I was like, wow, look at that guy's got a little bit of build to him, and it's like, oh, look at that. Where's he been hiding that in the big referee shirts? I think that dude was just working out real heavy before he went in front of a camera. No, look at me.
Get that pump.
Oh man,
That was so much fun, though, man. God.
Oh man.
Dangerous Danny Davis. Yeah. Wasn't he? I'm trying to remember, right? He was a referee, right?
Yep.
Who was like who would cheat for, yeah. Right? And that was the whole. Okay, all right. Thought I remember that's what it was. Like,
He was the heel referee before Nick Patrick.
right, the heel referee. So good.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. This is where AAA got that heel referee thing, also.
Probably.
Fantastic, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there've been plenty of them around, over time.
There's
but
been before Danny Davis too. Probably. It's just our reference from our generation would be him.
because wasn't was it old Peanut Head?
Bill Alfonso.
No.
Bill Alfonso
Well, yeah,
wasn't.
Teddy Long. Wasn't Teddy Long a referee back in the day too? And
Yeah,
he was
but
a
he
dirty
wasn't like-
ref, right?
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He was in.
Yeah, he was.
okay.
He was an old school dirty. Yeah, because then I think he ended up managing. And this was, I think he ended up
Taker.
managing.
Jazz's husband.
What's the hell?
Forgot his name. I always forget his name, but I know who he is.
I can't remember his name either. Who the hell was he managing? The woman, I can't remember who all Teddy. Because Teddy Long managed quite a few guys over time too, though. But it was like, but when he, I'm talking about when he first left, when he first got exposed as being the dirty ref and got whacked, from that, and they moved him in, and he comes back as a manager. Like, who the fuck is the guy?
Rodney Mack.
Rodney Mack. Okay.
Rodney Mack was one of them.
Okay. Did he?
Ron Simmons?
I think Ron Simmons was one of the guys too. I thought he was. Didn't he after Sherry?
He managed Doom, didn't he?
Doom I think he managed Doom.
Butch Reed and Ron Simmons.
And Ron Simmons was he before Sherry or after Sherry? Because Sherry managed him too. I thought they first came on the scene with Sherry as their manager, and then I guess they kicked her to the curb, and I think it was him that took over.
Sister Sherry.
Sister Sherry. Yep. Sister Sherry.
Sherry was awesome, man. No matter where they put Sherry, that girl did great. Even when she was with Colonel Parker, I loved that shit too, man.
My God, that was awesome.
Maybe I'm getting mixed up. Maybe she was with Harlem Heat. I might be getting them mixed up.
Yeah, she was with Harlem Heat.
It was Harlem Heat, not Doom. I'm thinking, like, you're right. It was him with too many fucking old school stuff to remember. I'm getting old. Yeah, he
But
managed Doom.
that made
That's
me
what it was.
uncomfortable when Harlem Heat was managed by Colonel Robert Parker.
Me too. Me
That was
too.
like,
I'm like,
that was,
wait, what?
whoa.
This is weird. I'm just gonna
They
not
were-
watch it.
I felt
Why?
like they were walking a line.
Yeah.
Walk this line here.
And then they had a relationship with Colonel Parker and
Oh,
Sister Sherry, and I'm just like, this can't end good.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, she sold that shit. Sherry fucking
Sherry
performed
was-
her ass off.
For all the time that she spent as an escort manager, whatever you want to call her, she always did a good job. She made you hate her ass. This is what she was there for. Oh yeah.
Queen
When she
Sherry.
was with
Yeah.
she was with Macho Man, he was the Macho King, and she was the Queen Sherry. Man,
Yeah.
everyone hated her bitch ass. It was like
Yeah.
she,
This right
That
here.
Pop Elizabeth.
That right there.
Yep. That Pop Elizabeth got
yeah.
for smacking her.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, absolutely. Oh man,
Will
Remember
you
the rest of-
marry me?
the WrestleMania match where I think it was at WrestleMania 7. I think it was when
Six.
Warrior.
6.
It was a 6. It was 6. Okay, when Warrior and him went at it for like it was career. That was when Macho Man's career was on the line, right? Is that what
Yeah.
it was?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he lost, and Sherry went off on him, and I guess
Kid.
you
That
knew something was up.
bitch.
Because earlier that night they show Elizabeth in the audience, right? And
Like,
they
why
had
would
been building
show
up.
in the audience?
Yeah, you're like, why the fuck are you showing Elizabeth for?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, something's going on. She's so she while Sherry's beating Macho Man's ass after he lost the match because I guess she's out of job.
Cream up the crop.
Yeah, man. That's so cool, dude. That's the one where
man.
everyone has the most emotional moment in WWF or WWE
Yeah,
history.
he saw the people crying afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, all the
iconic
women.
moment.
Yeah, all the women are crooking out. It's like, oh my god, dude, come on. It was just unreal. Fun. That was a fun though. I just liked how sloppy it was. Elizabeth grabbed her by the back of the hair and just like flew through her ass head first. It was so ugly.
You could tell she had never taken a bump in her
She's
life.
not a wrestler ever. Only that one match in WCW, and that was it. She didn't want to.
Yeah. That's when she was a little bit bigger too, right? Didn't Elizabeth butch up a little bit, or fat up? One of the two. I don't know.
That's what happens when you fucking taking Percocets like they're aspirins.
Lex Luger killed her.
Yeah.
Hey,
She fucking went out like Mama Cass, dude. No joke.
look, I think I listened to something. I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was the Dark Side of the Ring
Mm.
Yeah.
when they talked about Elizabeth and Macho Man and all
Yeah.
that, and Lex Luger. First of all, he looks really fucked up. I gotta tell you, he's got this big creepy head and his little skinny body now. It's like where all his muscles go? I guess no roids, they're gone.
Yeah.
But he looks so weird talking about when he talks about when he found her dead and everything. And it's like, dude, I don't know, man. It's common knowledge that you were giving her the shit.
I'm just fucking surprised Macho Man didn't freaking kill him.
I don't
Well,
know, man.
what was the story? Like, there was a story that Macho Man was looking for him for a little bit.
I'm sure. I mean,
And I forget, like somebody like finally got to Macho Man and was like, look, you can't throw your life away. You weren't even married to her anymore. You don't
But
have any kids together.
Still. Like, I was in love with that person. I was married to that person. I still care about that person.
Was that-
we had?
Yeah.
She managed my career. I owe
Right.
her my life. I owe her everything. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna fucking kill the motherfucker that was with her.
Well, I think
Yeah.
a big part of it too was they fucking arrested Lex right then and there and took him into protective custody too.
Like, Macho Man's looking for you,
I mean, I remember Macho Man was involved with what was her name? Gorgeous George. That
Gorgeous
little
George.
hot piece of ass back in the day. And it was like, damn, dude. And Macho Man did the same thing. He's like, she's my new. He might as well just said she's my new Elizabeth.
Well, yeah, even the Dark Side of the Ring from that stuff. It was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, he was like,
Yeah.
check.
He was setting up cameras in her
Cameras?
house and shit, dude.
Fuck. Nah, it's fucking toxic. I'm out. I'm out of here.
I mean,
Toxic Man, Randy Savage. All right.
Toxic
mean,
man.
you know, what Randy should have said was, "Hey, I'm kinky, okay?" I like to watch. I like to watch your night. You know?
Man. God damn it, Russ.
Oh,
So did we.
I
Hey,
just,
hey, he wasn't the only one that watched her that night. Okay.
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure. That chick went.
If you know, you know. WCW fans. All right. Locker
By the-
room. Look it up.
By the way, she didn't age well.
Oh my.
Did not age well.
Don't tell me that. I want to.
Yo.
I'll go back and
She-
look at her for 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's.
Fuck, 20
she
years
just-
ago?
She just didn't look. I almost couldn't tell it was her. I was like, "That's gorgeous,
Dude,
George."
like-
Oh my god, what happened, dude? Oh, it's like you. I don't know. It's like you just stopped caring. You're like, "Fuck it." Every time I look good, guys want to put cameras in my house and stalk me.
She can do that now on OnlyFans.
That people will probably pay her too because she's gorgeous George. They look gorgeous George. That don't look like gorgeous George, but okay, she's showing her breast.
I'm surprised that like Sunny couldn't get her shit together because she is made for OnlyFans.
That's another one who was aged a little rough to me, really rough to me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Again, because she's Sunny, she can
Yo,
go on OnlyFans and
Did
every
y'all
guys.
hear like 2 or 3 years ago she claimed that Seth Rollins gave her herpes?
The fuck?
Yeah.
She said Seth Rollins gave her.
What?
I swear to God.
I don't even.
To the Googles.
Nah.
I can't even. I
Nah.
can't even believe.
Like, I believe every other guy she's slept with, Dolph Ziggler, Shawn Michaels,
Well, I know
Chris
she
Candido.
bound. Oh, I know Shawn Michaels was tapping that ass
Bret
bunch of
Hart.
times. There's I'm sure all of them, but
But Seth
But,
Rollins, really?
I don't know. Like Seth Rollins seems a little out, like young for her. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Cougars,
But-
you know how
but-
they are.
I knew I wasn't crazy. Hold on.
Oh shit!
But I will say that, but Seth Rollins is a professional. He's a guy who loves the history of wrestling. So it's possible that
Tamara
let me
Sitch.
see.
It's
Oh,
really funny
shit.
how Seth Rollins or
Can you do that
Colby, as he allowed me to call him, never texted or called me back after our time alone. It's also really funny how he didn't want to use a condom, especially after I told him I wanted to be safe, but he assured me he had no type of STDs. Now, 3 months later, I find out I have an STD. Real great. Probably the biggest douche backstage right now. A real dick.
You know what?
Damn.
How could she pinpoint her STD down on one guy? You know
You
that
know
bitch has been with
someone's
more
real
than
name
one.
through Google.
Seriously, like, oh my god. I mean, look, Seth likes to show his junk a lot. I know, but I just don't think he's gonna. I mean, and he does. Like, I know he's in the wrestling history.
I heard about that.
Seth is the
That was
original
set up.
Homelander. You know that, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Fucking
Seth had his own little
love it.
storm front.
Oh.
Indeed, he did. I just don't. But I mean, I don't know. He was a fan of a lot of those old school wrestlers that she banged. So maybe in his mind, he could say, "Hey, if I hit this, it's like I hit it like the same ass." That they
7
hit."
degrees
So,
of
you know,
separation.
I mean,
I just wanna
I'm
be
one
like
away from Shawn Michaels now.
I just want to be like Shawn Michaels, man. That's all. He's my idol.
yeah, he's like
The architect strikes again.
he's like, I just got to touch it. It's been touched by so many other great wrestlers.
Oh, fuck.
This is how I know I'll be in the Hall of Fame. Look
This
at
is
Brett and
fucking
Sean.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dude, his Hall of Fame acceptance is gonna say, and you know what? I'm
know
in
you
that
made it.
club.
Thank you, Sonny, for paving the way.
Dolph Ziggler snack.
Oh,
I'm in the-
Ziggler's Hall of Fame, bro.
He's like,
Dirty
I'm
Dogs, greatest tag team of all time.
He's gonna say, I'm in the Snatch Club.
I'm here to show the world.
That's so funny, dude. Oh man, god damn.
Yo,
Oh,
did y'all
Lord
watch
have
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
I did.
Finished it, actually, yeah.
I got
All
the
right.
episode. I watched episode 5, and we got one more episode right coming
Yeah.
next week. But
Yeah.
I watched.
All right.
One more. What? Is that over?
Yeah,
It's
there's
over
6.
Yeah.
There's 6 episodes. Yeah, I know. Didn't it seem okay? Didn't it seem like it's done at the end? I felt like it could have ended at the end of 5.
What else
Nah,
do you
man,
tell?
Vader's still coming.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird, dude. I was like, what the fuck, man? But we know there's another one.
And Reva's gonna do some stupid shit, so she's gonna get killed by Obi-Wan on Tatooine, I think.
You didn't
But,
see
yo,
5.
My God. Who didn't see that one coming, though?
Did you not? Have you not seen episode 5 yet, Nick?
Yeah, I did.
You
That's
did?
what I'm saying. Obi-Wan is gonna kill her ass on Tatooine.
Okay.
After what
Reva?
she figured. Yes. Watch that shit. What did she figure out at the end of that episode?
I'm going to go get the
But
boy.
Reva. Well, I don't want to give away episode 5 yet because I don't know how many people have watched it.
Okay.
I don't want to try to be.
So let's talk about episode 4 then. I don't think that's a tomb.
You don't think that's a tomb? You think?
I think it's a fucking jail.
Or okay? Have you ever watched Rebels?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, in Rebels, the Inquisitors like to use dead Jedi bodies
Yeah.
because they give off a presence of that Jedi. Okay, so they like to use them as a trap to lure other Jedi that might be nearby to to come to them. It's
Right.
possible that they have some of these bodies for that reason. The little kid one, I'm not sure though.
That little kid
But-
was the same little kid that was at the beginning with Reva.
Oh.
Is that the same kid? Really? Oh wow.
Reva survived,
For like
Yeah, interesting.
10 years?
so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that
Yeah.
like it's a jail. I think those Jedi are alive, and that they're
Animus-
You think
keeping
they're alive?
and they're
Okay.
keeping them in suspended animation.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Dude, they're trying to tie in all the shit with episode 9 with the clones and shit. With Palpatine.
Could be, or what if they're keeping them alive in suspended animation too, as possible Inquisitor replacements,
right.
as
that
they
too.
lose an Inquisitor to turn them into another Inquisitor. You know,
Trophies?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
trophies.
that could be trophies too. That's true. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good one.
And over here, it's Obi-Wan
Look.
Kenobi, where he's going to be, right there.
Because if it is a tomb, that means, I mean, the only reason to keep them in amber like
funny,
that
dude.
is to keep them for genetic material.
True. I mean, and I mean, they to me
And
they
then
look
you got to
dead.
think. Then you got to think about why they had Grogu.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Grogu is
Yeah.
another. I don't know. That's another. Yeah, I don't know. They were very much into genetically creating like really
Yeah.
powerful Force users. That seemed to be what Palpatine was all about. Trying to
Snoke?
create himself a body. But see, I think Snoke was like one of those like successful failures, kind of.
Mhm.
He was like, "Hey, look, he works. He stayed alive. He works.
Yeah.
He's got the Force. He's really powerful. Looks like shit, but we'll deal with that later." You know, and then they kind of go along with the flow. You know, I mean, so I don't know. It's yeah. I'm not. I don't know, man. You could be onto something with that because we know what they set up with the sequel trilogy is, especially toward the last one, which is hard to even connect it all sometimes. But but in the end, I mean, clearly he was you saw the damn
Yeah.
Snoke bodies and shit in the jars and everything. So I mean, he was into creating some shit. So, who's to say Snoke's not the product of a bunch of DNA thrown together? A bunch of old dead Jedi DNA. And I don't know.
And they were like saying some shit about like, harvesting midichlorians.
Yeah. It's some dark shit, dude.
And like, just because I'm a fucked up human being, at some point I would love to see George Lucas's idea. Oh shit, Sam's in the chat. What's up, fellas? Miss you guys, love you guys, and happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you too, brother.
Hey, you too, Sammy.
You too, Sam.
But yo, fucking, I don't know, man. Like, I think that there's so much stuff that's coming out of this fucking Obi-Wan shit that they can spin off.
Probably. I mean, you know.
Can we get some resolution about Jar Jar Binks?
They had that in Robot Chicken.
I mean,
oh, Robot Chicken. That's great. That's canon.
I love you, Annie.
I mean, I do wonder though. Here you go. Because Anakin seemed to get along with Jar Jar. Okay, he seemed to not be so annoyed by Jar Jar, as much as other people were.
If Vader, he's Vader now.
Yeah, right. Well, okay, he comes up and sees Jar Jar. I mean, does he immediately stick a lightsaber through his chest, or does he go, Jar Jar, good to see you?
No, I think he fucking force chokes the shit out of him.
that does seem to be his. Yeah, maybe he just force chokes him and he just drags him with the force along the floor for a while.
But like one of the Jedi that
man.
was in there was from the Clone Wars cartoon. He was Ahsoka's buddy, the old guy with the cane.
Yeah. I saw that.
So that was one of the Jedi in there, and then the other identified one was the fucking youngling from the beginning.
Right, and I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that it was the same kid. I didn't notice it. I mean, I guess all the younglings look alike to me. Ooh, racist. Anyway.
Hello, Master Anakin.
Jedi racist.
I know, right? But that's interesting. I'm gonna have to backtrack and go watch the first episode. God damn it!
Because in like, oh, that's what I was saying is, at some point in time, man, because I'm a fucked up human being at heart, I want to see George Lucas's sequel trilogy where it was basically going to be inner space.
Inner space, like the Quaid.
They were going to shrink down into the subatomic realm and fix the problem with the midichlorians to fix the Force and bring balance to it.
Oh.
Wow, that would have been a real doozy of a movie. Movies,
right?
Because I'm sure there'd be 3 of them.
Yeah. Inner space with Jedi.
Let's be honest. It was a good thing that George. I mean, like as unhappy as I am with Disney and the direction they've taken some things, it's good. I think George was getting senile, so it's a good thing that he sold when he did, because I kind of feel like he's definitely lost an edge a little bit. It was a little rough. So if he ever had it, I don't know. I know he was, There we go. Sorry. I feel the way I feel.
I don't want to get sued. Okay?
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Russell Hurd here. Defamation.
Senility
Copyright
is not a dirty word. It just happens. Okay. All of us probably will experience it at some point in our life. It just kind of.
Wait, does that pop up every week?
Almost.
I miss some weeks.
Yeah, some weeks he doesn't put it up.
Some weeks I don't care enough.
Yeah, there are weeks where Nick or either that or Nick's going, oh, that's tame. Wait till you see what I got to say.
Yeah. Oh God.
The real funny thing is that's a real website. So it's a real email.
It's a real email.
It's a real email too?
Yeah.
Like anybody emailed it?
Yep. You can email your complaints right there.
Anna hasn't told me anybody's emailed it yet.
I don't know if she's checked it recently. I gotta find out.
It's probably full now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
George Lucas's fucking legal department just sent out money.
They're gonna send a,
Hi guys. I
What do you call it? What is
Russ
it?
there said I was senile.
What's it called? Cease and desist.
Yeah.
George,
no
we're
longer
about to
allowed.
do somebody.
Now what we're gonna
Yeah.
do is acquire MPSP Theater and sell it to Disney.
I'd have to be a bitch to have to work for the mouse. Damn.
Oh, boy.
God damn it.
We'd have to be on First Take.
Be over it.
It would ruin our lives. It'd be like, no, you can't. Instead of using the F word, why don't you try using fudge?
That's
Hey, guys.
bombastic.
Hey guys, this is MPSP, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
Oh, fudge. Just don't know.
So are you guys digging Obi-Wan, or are you guys got like massive complaints? What's up?
No, we're good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I love it. Next week is the final episode.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I want more.
I think I got the same feeling after like Mandalorian 1 that I have here, except for
Yeah.
even more. I enjoy this more than the first season of Mandalorian. I think this is the best Disney Star Wars content we've gotten.
Look, you can complain. You can complain about stuff all you want. I think you can take anything Star Wars and bitch about it, right? That's what Star Wars fans do. Woo, that's fun, something to bitch about, you know. But in the end, though, if you just look at it as a whole, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I like to see it. It's fun to see like a character that we have this big stretch of time in his life that we don't know what the fuck went on. We don't know what he would do. You know, I always thought did he just stay on Tatooine for like 20 years almost? You know, it's bullshit there.
Talking and
right, you know, trying
Hello
to
there.
communicate with Qui-Gon, you know. So and you gotta and we get to see a young Leia, you know. Is she a pain in the ass? Sure, but you can see this little girl, by the way, is portraying her really well.
That little girl is cute as hell. I love
cute.
that
She
little
really
girl, man.
And she's good. Like you can see adult Leia in this little girl. You can see it. You can see that that brashness. That that's Leia, man.
Yeah.
And she's not. She knows how to keep her mouth shut. When she needs to. Like they're trying.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Like
was
even
a
as a
big
kid, she didn't crack to them fucking droids.
Nope. She was like, nah, never gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you anything.
I would have told Reva
cool.
everything.
Yeah.
You keep that fucking lightsaber away from me, bitch. Fucking crazy. What the fuck's your problem?
Yeah, I can't believe that that little girl outran 3 guys.
Yeah, but that was okay. Okay, now let's. That was pretty. Yeah.
Very
Home
athletic.
Alone. Home Alone is the movie I think of when I they were the clumsiest idiots I've ever seen in my life. You look like they were falling all over themselves, and I'm like, you guys got hired to catch this kid,
right?
Like,
what are
the bottom of the well, I guess.
Is this a test?
Right?
Is she doing a test? And then Fleet comes in. I'm like, oh, that was real. Oh,
yeah, that was funny to see him. I'm like, they say Flea is in this episode. I'm like, who the fuck is where? Who's he playing? And I see Anna goes, that guy, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I can see it's Flea. Yeah.
I will say this definitely has got me a lot more hype for upcoming Star Wars content. Like I'm excited for Ahsoka.
Well, we needed something.
Tales of the Jedi.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
We needed something to bring us back from the failure that Boba Fett was. The Book of Boba Fett was not that great.
Hey, I love that show.
Okay, this is what I'll say.
I think it gets killed more than it should be.
Probably, but the reason why I think people have had a problem with it is it never seemed to go anywhere for like a long time. It was just, and he just seems to be so out of character for what you do.
Yeah,
But but I would also say too, can't characters evolve in Star Wars? Like
yeah.
So
maybe he's
storytelling.
turning. Yeah, right. I mean, oh wow, you can't have that in Star Wars. No.
But like at Celebration, he did say, "No, I want to get back to being the badass Boba Fett." So hopefully, season 2, Book of Boba Fett, we get some fucking killer shit.
And then the really bad thing is people are saying the best episodes of the season of the Book of Boba Fett were the ones that Boba Fett wasn't in. And you're like, ooh, that's not good.
The Mandalorian season 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. It's like man, yes.
See,
2.5,
Mandalorian
right?
2.5. Yeah.
As soon as I heard the theme, I'm like, oh, excuse
Yeah.
me, what? Oh, what am I watching?
Yeah. where we-
Oh shit. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Throw in a little bit of Ahsoka in there, another setup for her.
Yep.
We're getting ready for her show soon. All right.
Black Wookiee. Who was he? Scar.
Black Chrysanthemum.
Black
Black
Chrysanthemum. Yeah,
Awesome,
I've always heard him talked about, and I think I've seen him I thought I saw him in a comic book once.
Yeah, that's where he's
And,
from.
but like I didn't know much about the character, so to actually see a live action version of him was kind of cool. It's fun to see live action Wookiees because like the only Wookiee we always see is Chewie,
Chewie.
so it's kind of fun to see
His
other
family.
ones, you know.
And
Right.
then
I mean,
Cad Bane was freaking awesome. Like, oh shit, that's a western right
now
there.
see, a lot of
Bring him
people were
back.
bitching up. People were bitching about that. I thought about how he looked and shit. I'm like, dude, he looked awesome to me.
I
he
thought so
looked
too.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, think about it, guys. They're taking an animated character and they're bringing him to life, live action. I mean, not everything is gonna be perfect. You got to give him a break a little bit. You know, I would agree with that. Come on, give him a break. You know, it's hard. It's hard to do that shit. You know,
But I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I did too. I thought it was great. I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty damn close to animation accuracy. You know, and yeah, I mean, you know, and I didn't like him going out the way he did because I like Cad Bane. But
Did he go out?
well, that's just it. Did he go out?
Did he
Cad
go out?
Bane
I
is-
don't think he did.
Yeah, Cad Bane is kind of one of them motherfuckers that when you think he's dead, he shows up alive again. So
Well, I think you also got to figure that Boba might figure he owes him a debt.
could be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Bubba will save his life and bring him
Put him
back.
in the
You know,
back of the
like,
tank.
yeah, and that seems where every fucker goes now.
Oh my god, that freaking cantina scene where it blows up. I'm like, that is some fucking mafia shit right there.
Yeah,
Goodfellas.
if people could get wrap their heads around that a little bit more and understand that that's kind of what this was supposed to be. It's basically like galactic mafia here, you know. That's what
Space
you're kind of getting
Western,
into.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're getting into like you know, crews trying to like jockeying for position and jockeying for territory and shit, you know, and it's kind of what it's about. And I don't know, I feel like if you can kind of look at it maybe more in that way, maybe you'll appreciate it more. I don't know, but
What would you guys like to see in a season 2 of Boba Fett?
More of that. More shoot 'em out.
I
Was it Boba Fett season 2?
Yeah.
More Black Sergeant.
Mm.
What the Power Rangers look-alike motherfuckers that were there?
that was kind of stupid. I didn't like that. But I mean, the Skittles crew was kind of
The Skittles crew, yeah.
I want to see Boba versus the Hutts.
Yes.
Well, see, I think they're gonna have him going up against the what's the name of the crew that runs that like, you know, that does all the spice trading and shit. That does all the spice
Pikes?
selling. The Pikes. I think that's who they're gonna go to be at war with is the Pikes, and the Pikes are huge, like and you know, and so it's like I think he's gonna declare war on the drug dealers. That's what he's gonna do. No
wanna see
more
an army
dealing.
of Hutts.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I want to see an army of Hutts, little snails roaming around. Helm's Deep! Ah!
I mean, you never know. Too at this point, you could end up having Hutts siding with the Pikes, or you could have a Hutt siding with Boba Fett. Who knows? You know, so it's interesting. I mean, I know that those two that he thought were gonna go, that were trying to steal his territory, they end up showing up and saying, "We need your help. You know, we gotta join up. We gotta get this shit together because you know they're gonna."
No, they
They're
said we're
worried.
out of here. Have fun.
Oh, that's true. They did leave. Yeah, that's right. He's the one that said we got to
Yeah.
get the cruise together. They said, "Yeah, we're gone. We're not. We don't want your fucking territory. You're
No.
gonna lose it anyway. We're leaving." Yeah, they were like the brother and the sister. That's right. I remember that. It's
Now, Ernie,
I don't-
I don't remember. Do you collect Transformers at all?
No, not
No.
anymore.
No,
Not
not
you're
anymore.
cool.
That was my brother.
Good for you. Good for you. You're gonna stay out of that. This demented. You're okay. It's as
I
bad
was
as
just gonna
Star
say-
Wars is. Whew.
The only Transformer I had was from possibly 10 years ago,
Yeah.
from C2E2, which was obviously Panels on Pages did a little thing where I think it was a fangirl of the month, and they had like, okay, now like 5 girls were there. Now put this Transformer in the right position, and they did, and one of them threw it. They all threw it at people. One of them threw it at me, and I caught it. Like, oh hell yeah, dude! I get to keep this one. Like, I've been friends with her since then. It's awesome. And that's the only
That's
Transformer
amazing.
I have. That's the
The
only
only
Transformer I
Transformer-
have. So it's like,
The only Transformer he has, a woman threw at him. My
Y'all
my
see
wife would
this?
have opposite. Oh well, look at that. Is that the masterpiece?
That is the MP57 Skyfire.
Yeah, that's mine. That's Takara's. Yeah.
That's
How
the
much? What's that like?
official
$500?
one, Ernie. I think they said 280,
wow.
270, 270.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm keeping Phoenix.
I don't. I would keep Phoenix too. You're okay. You think you're going wrong? With
Yeah,
that?
I think the face sculpt looks goofy as shit,
Yeah.
and it's too clean in the lines.
Mm.
Like Skyfire, Jetfire, whatever the fuck you want to call him,
Mhm.
was always like a beefy boy with fucking,
Mhm.
he wasn't just like, he wasn't clean like this,
Mhm.
He had
No.
jagged lines.
Yeah.
So they announced that one,
Yeah.
and then they did Windcharger. Not Windcharger, Trailbreaker.
Oh, okay.
Did you see
With
Trailbreaker?
Trailbreaker? I didn't see Trailbreaker. Nope, I didn't see that. You know, I don't fuck with Takara, man. I don't pay attention to that shit. Other than to bash him. Well, I should have looked for it just to bash it, but I
Yeah,
haven't.
this is
done
from
it yet.
TF
Oh,
Source.
wow.
This is TF Source, so this is the Trailbreaker.
That's
Huh?
Look at the proportions on those hips, man,
Yeah, yeah. That's
and
something
those
that
legs.
man, those
It's-
hips, man. Mm.
yeah, it's something Takara struggles with at times, man. They just do. I mean, yeah, that doesn't look. I don't know. I'm sure.
I mean,
I'm sure
vehicle
you'll
mode,
have.
of course.
Oh, shit.
You know,
Well, yeah, well, that's the one thing to get right, right? I mean, look at that. It's
yeah.
I feel like
But even there, look at that. That's way too like the old shit had grills. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
yeah,
This new Takara shit, like this completely tuned fucking aesthetic, is a fuck up in my opinion.
yeah. That's good. That's what they're going for, right? I mean, it's just kind of, I think it's
Yeah.
going for some kind of tune accuracy. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Like,
I'm gonna level them. I'll pick on them.
I can't buy any Takara masterpieces anymore to go in my collection. I have to buy third party because the new Takara shit doesn't go with anything else.
I haven't bought a masterpiece since Sunstreaker. That's the last
Yeah.
one I bought.
And
don't
I
any
bought
new
Bagcube
ones,
for that.
and I love that Sunstreaker. It was really good. I think it's a great action figure. That's what I think it is. That's one thing they did right.
Yeah.
It's a bitch to transform though. That's why it doesn't get transformed ever.
Yeah.
It is a bitch. But I did it the one time and I said, this is it. I'll never do it again. It's stuck in this. It's gonna be a robot now.
But yeah, like the proportions on these Takara figures is just nuts. I don't like them at all.
I agree with you, man. I felt like that's been something that they've struggled with for a while now. I mean, every now and then they'll do a figure where it's not as bad, and it can work. It doesn't look stupid.
What was
But-
the first one that they started with this Ultra Tune shit? Was it Shockwave? Was he the first one?
It may have been Shockwave because remember what color he was?
Yeah, he
Too,
was
I
that
feel like he was
real
funny,
real light
Mhm.
purple.
Yeah, I remember them.
We're boring the fuck out of Ernie. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Or he's like Transformers. God, what kind of geeks am I on with?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know. It's us. I'm not $1 million geek, but you know, I'm at least a 10-cent geek. Okay,
So what I'm thinking is, why don't
Low
we go ahead?
budget, $1 million geek.
that's it. Low budget.
I was gonna say, why don't we go ahead and cut it early tonight and go to a hangout? I'll go get
That's
a
fine
drink,
with me. That's fine
go
with
get
me.
a drink real quick, and I'll start one.
Hang on, I want to get one more thing out. By the way,
go ahead.
We missed on a pro wrestling story. By the way,
Oh,
one more story I got to get to.
all right.
The WWE is being investigated. Okay, I believe it's by the SEC. I believe it is. The guys that handle stocks and stuff like that oversee
SEC.
that. SEC. Okay, there's this investigation going on because of complaints made by shareholders that the board has been doing things to deliberately lower stock values in the company.
Yeah.
Now, or either deliberately doing it or they're just fucking up so bad they want to know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And there's evidence that they have made some moves that were like so bad that lowered stocks that you're like, you had to have either intentionally tried to do that or you can't be that big of an idiot. You can't be, right. I would argue maybe they are, but but apparently this investigation is going on. This is, by the way, the same board of directors that is also investigating Vince McMahon for messing with the paralegal and doing all this stuff. Stephanie McMahon is also on that board. So is Triple H, amongst others. So yeah, it's so like the hot water is just boiling up, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like the
interesting to see what comes out of this.
Hey,
Yeah.
since you're being investigated for this, let's add this.
Yes, it's just one more thing on top of it, and
One more thing.
and
No
this is
big deal.
this is a big one because if it is found that they've been doing things to deliberately cost shareholders money, there's like a trust in there that has to be held up, and if it's not, like they could be sued for a lot of money by these shareholders, and really, you could have like the company could be in real trouble here with this stuff. So I mean,
I'm sure Vince McMahon will deal with this together.
Yeah.
Of course.
Jesus Christ. On that note,
just want to throw that out there. So it's one more shitstorm they're going through. So,
all right, guys, I'll open up a hangout really soon. But as
we're all
we
in
say
this
every
together.
week, we're all in this together. In peace, love, and hair grease. We're out. Love you all. Bye.
People.